Hello children, hope all of you are fine. Let us see working of a computer. You all know a computer cannot work on its own. We, the users, need to give input and instructions to the computer to make it work. A computer works according to the instruction and then gives the output. Thus, a computer takes input, processes it, and then finally gives the output. This is known as IPO cycle. A computer is an electronic machine that follows the IPO cycle. IPO stands for Input, Process, Output, Cycle. Let us see an example of making oranges. Here in the input there are orange. If you want, you can take sugar with it if required. And then step 2 is the process. For processing, you need to add the ingredients in the blender. And after that, step 3 is the output, the glass full of oranges. Now let us understand how the input process output cycle works for the computers. Input. The computer gets the input in the form of data and instructions. The input devices such as keyboard or mouse provide inputs to the computer. Process. The entered data is processed or changed into meaningful information by CPU, Central Processing Unit. Output. The result of processing data is known as output. The output is displayed through the output devices such as monitor, printer, or speakers. Thus, the IPO cycle can be represented or carried out by using various input devices like keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, and various output devices like monitor, printer, speakers, headphone, along with the processing device, that is CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is called the brain of a computer. It is responsible for executing the instructions specified by the user and processing the given data. The process of changing the entered data into meaningful information is known as processing. The result after processing is displayed on the output devices such as monitor. CPU is always kept inside a box called the CPU box or CPU cabinet. CPU is made up of 3 parts. They are arithmetic and logical unit, ALU, control unit, CU, and memory unit, MU. Now let us first discuss about arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit or ALU is responsible for doing the calculations, arithmetic calculations and also logical calculations. Arithmetic calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and logical calculations like finding greater number, smaller number, etc. Control unit. Control unit or CU works like a manager and checks whether all the components of the computer are taking place correctly or not. It controls all the working parts of a computer. The control unit communicates with both ALU and memory unit. Control unit uses signals to direct the various parts of a computer system to carry out or execute the stored program instructions. Memory unit or MU. The memory unit stores all the data and instructions that need to be processed by the CPU. This memory is called the internal memory or the primary memory, which is also called RAM or random access memory. Hence, we can say that CPU is the brain of computer as it processes everything. And there are three components or parts of the CPU: ALU, CU and MU.